My wife and I have been riding cargo e-bikes for over 6 years. We've put more miles on cargo e-bikes than any other type of e-bike, thousands and thousands of miles. And after all of our testing, yes, my wife is a behind the scenes harsh critic of specifically cargo e-bikes. These are the best cargo e-bikes in our opinion that you can buy for 2025, and they're all priced under $3,000 because it's my belief that you don't have to spend a lot to get a quality cargo electric bike. And I'm not just going to share which models made the list, I'm going to talk about the top reasons to consider each model, but more importantly, the top reasons you shouldn't consider each one. Before we get started, I have a quick favor to ask of you. If you're planning to purchase one of these models anyway, why not support our channel for free? Just use our link down in the description. Before you make your purchase, you get a sweet cargo e-bike, and we get to keep reviewing them and providing helpful content to you. Thank you so much in advance for your support. This video is a great primer to see all the best cargo electric bike options out there, but remember, you can dive even deeper by checking out our full reviews. Our goal with our reviews is really to provide you with all the information you need before you make your purchase. All right, with that, let's dive into the best cargo electric bikes for 2025. First up is the Lectric XPedition 2.0, and this one deserves a little bit of context. When the first generation Expedition launched, it just put a ton of pressure on other cargo e-bike brands, just simply due to the pricing. Now, with the Expedition 2.0, Lectric has made it even harder to beat, earning it the top spot on our list. The standout feature, just the value for the money. Starting at just $13.99 for the single 13 amp hour battery version. The real value though comes with the dual battery models. $16.99 for dual 13 amp hour batteries, or $19.99 for dual 17.5 amp hour batteries. You heard me correctly. These can give you a range of up to 170 miles, which is just insane. My recommendation though, go with at least one of the dual battery options. This is because Lectric often throws more freebies in with those models, and the accessories can add up quickly on some of these cargo e-bikes. Battery capacity aside, the Expedition 2.0 also brings some serious power with a motor peaking at 1,310 watts and a well-tuned torque sensor. Actually, it's just the best tuned torque sensor on a cargo e-bike I've experienced. It's class 3 capable for speeds up to 28 miles per hour, and the total payload capacity is 450 pounds with a max of 300 pounds on the rear rack. This of course is important on cargo e-bikes, and this weight rating is class leading. A nice front suspension fork helps absorb the bumps, and Lectric has upgraded key components, a better shifter and derailleur, color LCD display, a beefier kickstand, and improved accessories that are not only more versatile, but are also better designed. And the 2.0 is about 5 inches longer than the first generation Expedition. Lectric also is the largest seller of e-bikes in North America, surpassing 500,000 riders here in the United States, and has the best customer support from our research of any large e-bike brand. There are always considerations though, and we had to be a little bit nitpicky on the Expedition 2.0. Firstly, the dual batteries aren't keyed the same, so mark your keys to avoid mix-ups. We'd love it if you just had one set of keys for both batteries for simplicity's sake. It also comes with just one charger, so you might want to budget for a second. However, if you opt for the highest spec with the dual 17.5 amp hour batteries, you're now getting Lectric's 5 amp charger. Next, the externally mounted batteries aren't the cleanest look, but they do have to go somewhere. And since Lectric is primarily direct to consumer, you'll likely be buying online, though some models are available at select Best Buy stores. That said, Lectric bikes are among the easiest to assemble, so keep that in mind. That's thanks to some smart design choices. All right, next bike is the Aventon Abound. I'm a big fan of this one, though there are some trade-offs, but let's start with the benefits. Aventon's 1,800 plus bike shop dealer network for sales and service is a huge plus, and it helps justify the higher price. Currently a reasonable $17.99, though yes, on sale. The Abound features a torque sensor. They were the first to put a torque sensor on a more affordable cargo e-bike. The Abound is one of the sleekest looking cargo e-bikes with its integrated battery and Aventon's signature smooth welds. Other highlights include Tektro hydraulic disc brakes, a front suspension fork, app connectivity, and a neat little frame bag tucked behind the seat tube. The chain guard is a nice touch too. The motor offers 750 watts of sustained power, and you get a 14.4 amp hour battery using Samsung cells. Something you don't often see that they included here is a dropper seat post, which is nice to get your feet on the ground for when you're stopped. Simply raise it when you're ready to ride. The considerations with the Aventon Abound: firstly, the twist shifter might not be for everyone. This is more of a personal preference though, and it's paired with an entry-level Shimano Tourney drivetrain. The rear rack can feel cramped with 2 Thule seats installed, though this shorter rear rack could be a benefit depending on your use case and what you're looking for in your cargo e-bike. And while the bike has a 440-pound total weight capacity, the rear rack is rated for only 143 pounds. There are cargo e-bikes with higher capacity rear racks making our list. Also, the Abound is strictly a Class 2 e-bike, meaning it tops out at 20 miles per hour whether you're using the throttle or pedal assist. I want to add that if you don't need a long tail cargo e-bike but you still like the brand Aventon, check out the Abound SR. It's a fantastic option with great features, and it's my favorite utility e-bike for a lot of reasons. Check out our full review if you're interested. The next cargo e-bike on our list is the RadWagon 5. This one holds a special place in my heart because our first e-bike was a 2018 RadWagon that we put over 4,000 miles on. Let's address the elephant in the room, the price. At $23.99, the RadWagon has unquestionably gotten more expensive over time. I paid around $1,500 for mine in 2018, and this is disappointing for 2 reasons. Number one, because Rad Power Bikes really popularized an affordable cargo e-bike when the RadWagon was first announced. And second, Rad Power Bikes really nailed it with the RadWagon 5, so it's just disappointing that less people are going to be able to afford it at this price point. Let's talk about some of the awesome features though. The RadWagon 5 includes a torque sensor, Class 3 speeds finally, a powerful 750 watt motor with 90 newton meters of torque. That was a huge improvement on the previous generation. They also have a brand new color LCD display. For the first time, it also features a front suspension fork from RST and a through axle. Rad's new Safe Shield potted battery provides extra peace of mind in the unlikely event of a fire. The battery is slightly bigger than its predecessor at 15 amp hours, and the BMX style handlebars are a standout feature in my opinion. It's just an ideal riding position even for taller riders like myself. Rad's accessories are also very well designed, though they can add to the price quite quickly. I'm a huge fan of the front wheel lock paired with the optional plug-in chain lock. It just makes locking up this large e-bike so much easier. And then yes, this Conestoga canopy, which extended the shoulder seasons, if you will, here in Wisconsin, kept the kids warmer than they otherwise would be out of the wind. Though it's unfortunately no longer listed on their site, not sure what's going on there. That's a bit of a bummer. Key considerations on the RadWagon 5. First, the total weight capacity is just 375 pounds. The rear rack is only rated for 120 pounds, so keep that in mind. They are also still using Shimano's basic thumb shifter here, but on the other hand, they're the only cargo e-bike on our list that's still using a twist grip throttle, and if I had my choice, that's my preference. And then as previously mentioned, it's the price for an otherwise great cargo e-bike. Next is the Xtracycle Hopper, and maybe you haven't heard of this brand before, but they are a brand with over 25 years of experience with just cargo e-bikes. The Hopper is their most affordable model yet, sneaking in at just under our $3,000 limit. Despite the lower cost, it doesn't skimp on features. 500 pounds of total capacity with 240 pounds on that rear rack. Name brand suspension from SR Suntour. Vertical storage capability and thoughtful design elements like a suspension dropper seat post and a massively wide dual leg kickstand, which I really appreciate. We managed to fit 3 kids on the Hopper during our review, despite this being their more compact cargo offering. So yeah, definitely check out their Swoop or Stoker models if you need even more room. There's also a 750 watt motor with a throttle. That's new for Xtracycle because their other models are Shimano mid-drives, and this bike has a torque sensor for a natural riding experience. The 15 amp hour battery is hidden underneath the frame. It's about average size compared to others on this list. Accessories like a roomy front cargo rack and generous size protective rails for kids come included, which is a rarity. Plus they offer local assembly options and even a ride review call with their team. Talk about customer service. Key considerations with the Hopper: it's a pretty basic LCD display. We also found that it took a little bit more effort than we'd prefer to hit higher class 3 speeds. And then yes, compared to others on this list, it's just more premium priced. Next we have the Velotric Packer 1, and this one might not get the attention it deserves because of a few unique features. At $16.99, it falls in the middle of the pack with a 440 pound total payload capacity, 176 pounds on that rear rack. For this one, it's going to be more helpful to talk about where the Packer 1 is different compared to other cargo e-bikes on this list. First off, it has a cadence sensor, which provides a different riding experience compared to a torque sensor. As long as you're spinning your legs and those pedals are moving, you get power from the motor regardless of the effort you're putting in, of course depending on the pedal assist level you're in, compared to a torque sensor, which measures how much power you're putting in with your legs and amplifies it, of course also depending on your selected pedal assist level. Now some people prefer cadence sensors over torque sensors and vice versa, and perhaps on a cargo e-bike I could see people preferring a cadence sensor because you just want the power from the motor no matter what, as long as you're spinning your legs. The Packer 1 also features a unique tire setup, a larger 26 by 2.4 inch wide tire up front, and a smaller 20 by 3 inch wide tire in the rear, which creates a comfortable cockpit, especially for taller riders like me at 6 feet tall. Of course, that helps keep the weight low on that rear rack with the smaller tire. The adjustable stem and sweepback handlebars are also great features, put you in a more upright riding position if you want to be, and certainly offers more customization than most. Motor power is plenty at 750 watts or 1200 watts of peak power. There's also a nice locking storage bag behind the seat tube, and you get 4 piston hydraulic disc brakes, where every other bike on this list comes with 2 piston hydraulic disc brakes, and the battery location is super handy, being top load for easy access compared to beneath the frame or the external batteries like some on this list that can just be a little bit harder to access. Velotric also has a surprisingly large bike shop network, not as extensive as Aventon's, but still significant. Key considerations with the Velotric Packer 1, firstly, the basic monochrome but easy to read LCD display. The 14.4 amp hour battery is just average, though you are getting LG cells. The bike can be overridden, but only to 25 miles per hour as opposed to 28 miles per hour. And as you get up to the 25 mile per hour mark, you are ghost pedaling. Basically, your legs are spinning and it's really hard to provide your own effort, so keep that in mind. Finally, the Blix Packa Genie. One of the biggest differences here is the two 24 by 2.4 inch wide tires, which changes the whole design of the bike. Keep in mind that every other bike on this list has a 20 inch wheel in the rear. It also has an adjustable stem with more traditional handlebars, so here too, taller riders might feel more at home. It's also only the second cargo e-bike on our list that has a dual battery option. The single 14 amp hour battery model is currently priced at $16.99. If you want dual 14 amp hour batteries, the price is currently $21.99. The bike has a 750 watt motor, and I do appreciate the upgrade to Shimano's Acera derailleur in the rear. That makes it have the highest end derailleur of any cargo e-bike on our list. Key considerations with the Blix Packa Genie. Firstly, it has a twist grip shifter. Some might not like that. I personally prefer trigger shifters. We also haven't had the best luck with Zoom hydraulic disc brakes as of late, though we had no issues when we tested the Blix Packa Genie. There's also no front suspension, and the bike uses a cadence sensor compared to many of the torque sensor cargo e-bikes that we've seen. If you can find the Blix Packa Genie on sale, it would compete better with others on this list. And overall, Blix seems to be updating some of their lineup, so I'm curious if this one will see an update soon. Remember, you can directly support the channel for free by using our affiliate links down in the description before you make your purchase. We also sell high quality electric bike accessories at shop.ebikeescape.com. How did I do on our list? Do you have any others to add? I'll be sure to hang out in the comment section in case you have any questions. that will undoubtedly be a great resource for you to check out if you found this video helpful. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.